to some breaking news right now. A police pursuit, this is over Burbank, started in San Bernardino, went through Pasadena, the area of Eagle Rock. Tim Lynn is in Sky 5 with more information. Tim?
Well, you can see right here, we're just going over the 170 here, westbound on the 134. Now this continuing out towards the West Valley, where we understand that you said Rancho Cucamonga is where this all started as a failure to yield. And it's been going at very high rates of speed coming out the West 210 through Pasadena. Pasadena helicopter is overhead of this pursuit as well. I see units behind it. Chasing in there, but I'm not sure exactly what agency is still with us, whether the CHP. Well, there's a white car there, so that's San Bernardino, and it looks like San Bernardino is still with it. And continuing on, you see just zipping through traffic right here, just really moving right along. The want is just for failure to yield, but most of the time that means that there's a lot more to this than that means, because why do you chase this hard if you're just trying to get away from a traffic violation? But he is really flying along the 134 here, just went through Laurel Canyon, coming up into the Van Nuys area. But yeah, very, very high-speed pursuit and dangerous pursuit. You see him whipping around the cars as he's going along. The traffic is medium along the freeway here at this time of night. A lot of folks just trying to get their way home, and this guy right on his tail, cutting through there as he continues on, and that is San Bernardino County Sheriff's, it looks like. I can tell by the logo on the door as he continues on. It looks like an SUV there, really flying hard along the freeway, passing traffic that normally runs about 55 to 60 miles an hour in this area, but he is just blowing right by them. So anything could happen at this point as he continues on westbound on the 134 here as we come through. Now we're getting ready to go into the Van Nuys area, approaching the 405 freeway, just banging through the traffic, using all lanes. Oh, right there, gets boxed in by those cars right up on the back end of that little small car as he moves over behind the truck, over into the HOV lane, that pushing by the #1 lane there. Continue on around. You can see the subject right there. The window is down, and so continuing on along the 134 freeway here as he continues on by the Macy Fashion Center will be what's coming up next, and then continuing westbound. But yeah, this thing is really flying along, really high rates of speed as we continue here westbound. Looks like he has some type of carrier on the back there, hanging off the back, or unless that's a piece of his bumper hanging. But right now, coming up into the area, it looks like we're coming up to Van Nuys Boulevard here, right underneath the line there. Coming up, we'll see, will be the 405 will be the next freeway he comes to. But really, really just screaming along here. It does look like his bumper hanging off there, if I can tell. So he may have clipped somebody as he went through this traffic, but he is really threading needle through some of this slower traffic as he continues on. And now what we just heard now, just had told to me, was he's wanted for robbery out of San Bernardino. So this kind of heightens the awareness of the officers behind him, makes it a little more serious of a violation here. This guy, more of his intent to get away, and just continues on. So, Cheryl, let me send it back down to you just for a second while I check in with Van Nuys Airport.
You got it. Thanks, Tim. Officials unsuccessfully tried a pit maneuver we hear on this suspect here, which is what it seems to be hanging off the back of his car is the bumper. That's the information that we're getting there, that's probably why the bumper is falling off there. So, but very dangerous, as you saw earlier just a couple minutes ago, right, Mike? The other cars trying to box him in, and it's just one of these very dangerous high-speed pursuits right now.
Yeah, it looks as though anything goes with this individual as he's making every effort to get away here, and you see these San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies still in tail here, coming all the way from County Line, the Rancho San Bernardino area, upland area, which is right there at the San Bernardino LA County line on that 210 freeway, and the wild maneuvering continues by this driver, where for a time we saw a wide open freeway on that 210, but obviously you're getting closer to Los Angeles now and you've got a lot more traffic. But this individual is bent on getting away. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies in tail, refusing to give up as the lead agency in this pursuit. Clearly LA County CHP as well, ready to take over once they're given the signal. Tim Lynn in Sky 5. This guy clearly not driving in circles as we often see, but now going through his second county here, making a long run to the west from where he was initially sought.
Yeah, looks like he's getting off the freeway here, or actually just taking the service road off to the side. You can see where he's going to go. This looks like Balboa. He's coming down off on Balboa, northbound Balboa. This will take him up by the Van Nuys Airport. Yeah, he's really flying. Now this is where we get cross traffic and people just flying through here, making that westbound turn now, coming around the bend. That's Burbank he's up there on now, continuing around the bend right now, just kind of going through the area. Then he will come up to Balboa here in a few seconds. But yeah, robbery now. That, like I said, now you don't know if he was if he's still armed, but if it's a robbery, it's taken by force or fear. So we'll have to check, see what type of weapon was used for the robbery. But this guy, just the way he's flying, he is definitely trying to get away in a straight line, just continuing straight west here. Now along Burbank here through Balboa, just blasted through that intersection. Very high rate of speed. Really cooking along in this little SUV here. It just, oh man, it just gets really fast on these surface streets, coming up on very slow traffic. The units are staying right behind him there. You can see Pasadena's helicopter just went through our shop, and now they're calling for LAPD area to come and take over this pursuit since they know the area better. Coming up to a stale red, coming through, right through that red light. Oh man, they had cross traffic holding for the officers. San Bernardino sheriffs are still right on his heels as he continues on along, I believe it's Burbank Boulevard still, coming up to the next little intersection. And continuing on, coming back towards the freeway now, coming back down underneath the freeway. We'll see what he does when he gets there. A little turn up underneath the freeway. Oh, dead end. He's looked like coming to a stop here. Now this is the dangerous part here. This is where things can really go wrong. But man, they pulled right up next to him here and jammed him in and holding him there.
Boy, some level of satisfaction, Tim, on the part of these San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputies traveling all the way in through Los Angeles County and onto surface streets, not giving up here and staying on this guy's tail. When have you seen that? Jumping out of their cruisers and immediately swinging at the windows of this guy's car. Whoa. He's getting out and he is done.
That is something we've never seen before.
Yeah, that's something else there. It's not, you know, you get that adrenaline going during these high-speed pursuits, and these guys have been on for quite a while. And there you go. They just took no waiting there, jumped up, made it very clear to this guy he better give up. And there he did. He jumped out, laid right down. No, it's over with. No sense trying to get away from it. And you can see right there, they're slowly moving up on him. Going to handcuff him now, take him into custody. The other officers already cleared the car, but this could have ended so much worse than it did right here. But luckily, he took the wrong turn, ended up on a dead end, and San Bernardino Sheriff's wasted no time in taking him into custody.
There you have it, the end of a pursuit here in Encino. The man wanted for a robbery in San Bernardino at a Walgreens is the information that we're getting there. But very high-speed pursuit that went through several cities, Pasadena, Eagle Rock, Burbank, ending in Encino. And as you said, starting in San Bernardino, now with San Bernardino Sheriff's deputies making that arrest.